Cookie Queens is a fully observational feature documentary that follows some of the top sellers of Girl Scout cookies for a single cookie season. And it's a look at girlhood in America today through that lens of the cookies.
To star in a movie at your age, how do you feel about that?
It's very exciting because I know a lot of kids my age don't get to do this. So it's a very exciting and amazing experience for me.
Olive, what about you for being in Park City with all the attention and
Being in this film, I'm really proud to be in it. I think it's a wonderful film and it has such a good message. But it's also kind of surreal because, I kind of feel like I'm in a dream right now. This doesn't happen to everyone often, Anyhow.
Nikki, what about you? You're all such naturals on camera.
I feel like I just feel really happy that I get to have this opportunity being in a documentary and just, selling cookies and being myself.
There's royalty in the title, Cookie Queens. Yeah. There's royalty behind the scenes. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex. Tell us about that, how they got involved.
Yeah. So Cookie Queens is a totally independent documentary, independently financed and produced. And we actually started at Sundance through the Catalyst program and got support from the Sundance Doc Film Fund and have an incredible group of executive producers. And most recently, that includes Meghan, Duchess of Sussex and Prince Harry, Duke of Sussex, and their production company, Archwell Productions, and their whole really wonderful and supportive team. So we're excited. Meghan was a Girl Scout herself, actually in the same Girl Scout council as Nikki and Nala. Yes, in Los Angeles when she was a kid. Her mom was her troop leader. And so the connection with our film is very personal and very genuine. And she has been super supportive, all of them at Archwell. And so we're excited that gives us potentially a bigger platform and audience to share this message with the world. I think they understand that the film is both about Girl Scouts and cookies, but also about something bigger and more universal around coming of age.
And so what do you all think about having royal people involved in your documentary and supporting you?
It feels like crazy.
Like, am I dreaming?
I always read them in my books, like the princesses and the kings, and then I actually get to meet one.
When I first found out that I was meeting the Duke and Duchess, I was like, are you serious? Are you sure? But yeah, I'm really excited. I'm so stoked.
It's just crazy to me because me and my parents watched their documentary on Netflix and now they've watched me. That's just crazy.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
And I think they're just as excited to meet you guys as you are to meet them. And it's been really a feeling of genuine connection. So I hope that that's something that also audiences will feel with these girls, like to be able to see themselves in your stories. So it's really courageous that you're putting yourselves out there like that.
It is. I wouldn't have been able to do that at your age when I was your age. And so nor would I be able to sell much of anything. Like I sold I sold like these turtles, which are like, nuts with caramel and chocolate. And I ate most of them. I didn't tell them I ate them.
You ate your product.
That is exactly
Well, we did that during production. We did eat a fair amount of Girl Scout cookies, all of us.
It's true.
All of us.
And as Alysa said, you are among the top sellers. I think Olive, top seller in the history of cookies.
North Carolina, but yeah.
Okay, it's certainly very impressive. And as we see in the film, there's a lot of pressure to do this. It's not like, dozen cookie boxes and I'm done. No, we're talking thousands. How much pressure do you feel trying to sell cookies?
Okay. The pressure, it's there for sure. I would say it's hard balancing schoolwork. I'm also in cheer, and that's showed in the film also as well. And it's hard to balance selling cookies, cheer, and also schoolwork. And just trying to balance like friends and social stuff. Yeah.
And all of you sold more than 10,000.
12,000, yes.
12,000, which is extraordinary. And you talk in the film about feeling pressure, and so you kind of have mixed feelings.
I agree with that. The film is for me during this film, it's a journey of self-discovery, and trying to understand where that pressure comes from. And I definitely feel pressure from my troop, my council, my parents, but mostly I think the pressure comes from myself. Um, in my, well, I'm kind of a perfectionist, but I also I want to succeed and make people proud, and yeah. So pressure is definitely there.
Nikki, tell us about some of these pins that you have earned. I bet.
So I have quite pins,
Yeah.
and my favorite one is this one.
Uh-huh.
It's the World Thinking Day. It's where you come up with like a country or like a state, I believe, and you make it into your booth, and people come up and you get like food, well, like little food that they make, or just like facts about what their country is or state.
Yeah, you guys do so much more in your troops. They're part of troops that do cookies in a passionate way, but also use that funding from the cookie money that they raise to do pretty amazing activities. And if it's okay, I just want to say something about the pressure too, because I think those were really important answers. And I do think it's in our film, it is the parents and the Girl Scouts organization and the girls themselves, but also I think it's a broader social question, right? About kids and pressure and how early kids are introduced to participation in the economy. And Girl Scouts is an $800 million, the cookies are an $800 million business that's very profitable. And these girls are doing that and they're making a cut of that, but at what cost? And I think that's something we can also ask more broadly, like whether it's piano or cheer or karate, like when we are, and I made this film, I'm a parent myself too. So it's something that, yes, it's each individual family unit and parenting plays a role, but it's also broader social pressures that aren't just one person's responsibility.
And we hear that that's $1.10 per box that the troops get. Fair? Fair number? Fair figure?
No, I don't agree with that. I understand that money needs to go towards paying people's salaries and going towards the bakery, but some troops don't even get $1.10. I think the base price, I could be wrong, but I believe the base price in my council is 90 cents, and you have to have 100% participation in fall product to get 95 cents, and up and up, and you get like 5 cents per thing that you do, if that makes sense.
Incentives are built in and more pressure on everybody.
It is it's a crash course in capitalism for young people, and these girls know their financial money management at a young age. But it's also thinking about. I think the film asks us to think about. Yes, it is important to be prepared, and also in what ways, and how does that affect children emotionally and families?
Well, you get this question every time, but tell us your favorite cookies. We talked about eating the profits. Favorite cookie?
So my favorite cookie is the Toffee-tastics. I know some people don't like them, but they're just like a flavor that just tastes so good. It just makes me want to eat more.
You want to go?
Okay, I also as well like the Toffee-tastics because they're gluten-free and I have food allergies, so it's a good option for me and my older sister to eat.
My favorite is the Samoas, but the Adventurefuls are a super close second.
All right, Alysa.
I'm also going to do a double answer. I do love my classic Thin Mints, and in making this film, I had a lot of lemonades, and I think they're a sleeper hit. I never would have tried them, but they're delicious, and I think they're worth the $6 actually.
A sleeper hit. I like that way of phrasing it. So this is an acquisition title, meaning we don't quite know where the whole world's going to get to see it. But Alysa, tell us about that, of what your hopes are for the film.
Yeah, so we're here at Sundance on our world premiere. So excited for everyone to see it for the very first time, and looking for the right distribution partners who are really going to understand how big this audience is. 50 million Girl Scouts and alums alive today, more than that. And we're excited to see what happens and where we can find someone who believes in it as much as we do.
Well, congratulations to all of you. It's wonderful to meet you, and I will see you tomorrow morning at the big old premiere.
See you
We're very
tomorrow.
excited.
Thank you, Matt.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Pleasure.